Expectations are silent contracts. Welcome back to Still Standing, a Stoic Mindset. In our last episode, we talked about amor fati, loving what is. Today, we're going deeper into something that quietly disrupts peace: expectations, unspoken expectations, unrealistic expectations, emotional expectations. Stoicism teaches that much of our disappointment doesn't come from reality, it comes from the expectations we attach to it. Today, we're talking about letting go of expectations and reclaiming emotional freedom. Expectations are silent agreements we make in our minds. We expect people to respond a certain way, opportunities to unfold on our timeline, effort to be reciprocated, loyalty to match ours. But here's the problem: most expectations are unspoken. We assume people know what we want, we assume situations will align with our hopes, and when they don't, we feel betrayed, disappointed, or hurt. Stoicism teaches that expectations tied to things outside our control create unnecessary suffering. The foundation of Stoicism is simple. Some things are within your control, some things are not. You control your effort, your response, your character. You do not control other people's behavior, outcomes, timing, validation. When your expectations depend on what you don't control, peace becomes fragile. Letting go of expectations doesn't mean lowering standards. It means anchoring your peace in what is yours to manage. Expectations create tension in relationships more than we realize. We expect communication to match our style, emotional awareness to match ours, effort to feel equal. When expectations aren't met, resentment grows. Stoicism teaches clarity over assumption. Instead of silently expecting, communicate clearly, observe consistently, accept what behavior reveals. If someone doesn't meet your expectations, you don't force them to change. You adjust your position. That is emotional maturity. Letting go of expectations creates power because it removes emotional dependency. When you expect less from what you don't control, you become harder to destabilize. You move from "I hope they" to "I will act according to my values regardless." Stoicism teaches that freedom comes from detachment, not indifference, but clarity. You still care, you just don't cling. It's important to understand the difference. Standards are internal, expectations are external. Standards say, "I act with integrity. I value consistency. I prioritize respect." Expectations say, "They should act like this. They should respond this way." Stoicism encourages strong standards, but minimal attachment to how others behave. That balance protects peace. Here's a simple Stoic practice. When you feel disappointed, ask, "Was this expectation within my control?" If not, release it. Then ask, "How can I respond with dignity?" Release doesn't mean you accept poor treatment. It means you stop attaching your emotional stability to outcomes. Expectations feel protective, but often they create frustration. Stoicism teaches that peace grows when attachment shrinks. You don't need to expect perfection. You don't need guarantees. You don't need life to follow your script. You need clarity. You need discipline. You need steady character. When you let go of expectations, you regain emotional freedom. That's how you protect your peace. That's how you stay balanced. That's how you remain still standing. Before we close, remember this: peace doesn't depend on outcomes, it depends on alignment. In the next episode, we'll talk about detachment without becoming cold and how Stoicism teaches emotional balance without emotional shutdown. If this episode resonated with you, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at @dozafe. Thank you for listening. Stay grounded, stay intentional, and remember, we're still standing.